Uh, okay, guys, so we're going to go over lesson two's exit ticket in today's video. So for this exit ticket, we had to find the x and y coordinates for all 5 points. So today we're going to go over how to find the coordinates for every point. So let's start off with point A. But before we even start off with point A, it's really important that we try to figure out the value of every tick mark. What do I mean by that? Well, from here, and I'm going to draw a dot so you can see, I'm going to draw a black dot. Right here is our point 0, 0. But then I see here is our point 1. But from here, I see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 jumps. That lets me know from 0 to 1 that each tick mark is 1/5. Because if we're going 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5, then finally 1/2. So now that we know what each tick mark is, now we can find the value of the x coordinates and y coordinates of every value. So let's go ahead and first figure out A. Well, we know right here this is our x-axis. So if we want to figure out what our x coordinate is, we just want to take from our A point and draw a line all the way down to the x-axis. Now we need to figure out what point does the line go to. Well, this one is easy. That is 1/2. Now what about the y-axis? Now you just take your line and head all the way to the y-axis. What point is that? Well, that's going to be point 2. Now let's check for B. Well, B, I see, I'm going to do this one, B in green. Well, B, I see that if I draw all the way down, it's going to give me 1 as well. And that makes sense because if you look at B and A, they're right above each other. They're above the same number in the x-axis. What about their y-axis? So let's draw a line all the way to the y-axis. So now let's figure out. We know each tick mark is 1/5. So 2 and 1/5, 2 and 2/5, 2 and 3/5, then 2 and 4/5. Now let's figure out C. Well, C, it's already on the x-axis, so we don't need to draw a line. We just need to figure out what point is this right here. So this is 1/5, 2/5, 3/5, 4/5. So this is going to be 1 and 4/5. Now to figure out what the y coordinate is, let's draw a line all the way to the y-axis, and we see that it gives us to 0. Now what about D? Let's draw a line all the way down to the x-axis. Oh, we see that the x coordinate is 2. Let's draw it to the y-axis. We see that the coordinate is 1. And this is why we tell you to label your axes. Because right here, you see it says the x-axis. So that's why we know this is our x coordinate. And right here, we have the y-axis. That's how we know that's our y coordinate. So now let's figure out for E. So we go all the way down. Now let's count. 1/5, 2/5, 3/5. So this is going to be 2 and 3/5. And then what about E? Well, we see from E and A are on the same line. So A is going to have the same y coordinate. Oh, the y coordinate was 1 and 4/5. Sorry about that. So the y coordinate as well is going to be 1 and 4/5. So there we go, guys. It's really important that you do the line all the way to the axis.